Hello, I want to make an update. I really am doing a lot better. And there's a few things I want to talk about why. Um, I think the most essential thing is the whole reality and truth that the source of all disease in the body is a result of us forgetting who we truly are. It's a result of the core wound, the very, very deep, painful wound of separation, which manifests as this core belief and frequency in the body of I'm not enough, I'm inadequate, I'm not worthy, etc., etc. That is a frequency in the body, and very much on this journey that I've been on, I knew it was a spiritual journey from the beginning. And I had no idea the depth of pain and grief and anger and emotions that I was going to be meeting, and the intensity of the suffering from what I now know has been mold illness, and then also parasites and mold illness. Not fun. Anyone with mold illness knows that it attacks your brain, and same with parasites. They attack your brain and they suck all the serotonin and good chemicals out of your body, your brain, and your stomach, and so you have thoughts of suicide. It causes people to commit suicide. And yeah, I was on the edge many, many times, but I also was on the spiritual path and knew that it was taking me into this very deep journey to feel everything, because the core wound here was there's something wrong with me, and also there's something wrong with the world. That was the reflection of the feeling of there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with the world, I'm unfixable, the world's unfixable, it's all a shit show, and it's unfixable. These are the feelings that I have met, the depths and the core, like really going in and meeting again and again and again and again this frequency of unfixable, and all the anger under that, and the grief, the anger at my parents, the anger at the world, the anger at like being born into this completely unconscious world where, I was fed sugar cereal as a child, and medicine is all messed up, the education system is all messed up, like everything, got me so sick. But that was my soul's journey, is to be born into this body, to really like be faced with all the distortion, and to have this courage and ability that we all do to meet the energy of pain, and that has been stored up for lifetimes. We have this, it's in our DNA, it's from our human history, of violence against each other, and pain and suffering and everything that we've done to each other, all because we forgot who we were. We forgot that we are light and we are love. We forgot that we're consciousness, pure consciousness, and we're free, and that we're all connected. We forgot the love that we are, and this ability to meet all these feelings, and that we're underneath all the illness, is in direct proportion with my ability to know and connect with the untouched true part of myself. So it's been an incredible journey, an incredible adventure, and meeting the level of suffering that I have on this journey now, with Saturn stationing retrograde right now on Gene Key 22, which is about suffering. There's so much suffering in the world right now, right? But because of my own journey, I have felt and experienced it all. The depths of hopelessness, powerlessness, grief, abandonment, shame, guilt, anger, all of it. And now, because of the suffering, because I chose the path of intense suffering as a soul, that's what has fueled this fire and passion for truth, and the courage and the willingness to be humbled and to go through the fire, to burn away everything that's not me, to meet these feelings and meet these beliefs that are not me. They weren't mine, but it's not personal, but I had to go through this process of feeling everything. And now the way the world is, like, it's so clear. I'm a way shower, and I've been going through this journey so that now I can help others, because I cannot see suffering as anything other than grace. This is Gene Key 22. Suffering is grace, because it forces us to feel our feelings. It forces us to go ask for help and have the humility to say, I don't know how to do this life. I don't know what's going on. I need help. And hopefully, to be guided to this journey home, back to our true nature, back to the true self. That's the biggest piece of my healing journey, is this spiritual journey of going back in, unraveling all the karma and all the trauma, to discover that this frozen piece inside that still comes up time and time again, the emotions still come up, the energy still comes up, but that what she really needed is like the unconditional love of the self, and to really know that there was nothing ever wrong with her. And she got that message just a few months ago. She finally got this message, like, there's nothing wrong with you, and you don't need to change, and I don't need to fix you. And that's been huge for her, for this part of myself, the subconscious part of my psyche, to really get, there was never anything wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with me now. Even in the still, like, having still symptoms of fatigue and some brain fog, and it's not a problem anymore. My relationship with it is very different. Now, that being said, I've had other things help me, like low-dose naltrexone. I just had someone post a comment on that video, and I want to update about that. Yeah, I'm still actually taking it, and it's still supporting me. It supports, really, it's been a mood support, because the stripping away of all the good endorphins in the brain, it replaces that. So it brings a sense of, like, it calms the system down. It brings more a feeling of, like, relaxation and some joy. And yeah, it hasn't really helped with energy, maybe a little. Really what's helped with the energy is meeting the emotions, but the LDN, it's been supportive, and really I like that it hasn't stopped the emotional work, because we need to address our healing on all the levels of the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And it hasn't stopped the emotional healing. It doesn't stop my emotions from coming through. If anything, it helps me hold the space for them better. So it's not like taking LDN stopped the grief from coming through, but because I have this foundation in the path of liberation and the connection with the part of myself, the true part of myself that's always here, that's never been touched, that is this unconditional love, then, and I'm on this journey home. So the ability to meet those emotions without them taking me out so much, maybe that's what the LDN has helped with. Yeah, and so I want to get off of it, and I feel that time is coming very soon. And the reason I feel that time coming is because I'm more happy, peaceful than I've ever felt consistently. Even though, yeah, if every few days I'm crying, but it's not a problem. It's just, and I'm sleeping like 10 hours and still waking up a little tired, but not tired and like hopeless like I used to, or tired and like heavy chested. It's just like, oh, I'm tired and I'm needing a lot of sleep still. But this is the other exciting thing. The third thing that is super exciting. This little device is a frequency device, and I've got 2 of these. And this company is on the cutting edge of healing technology. They use quantum frequency technology. And they just came out with the new device, the version 9 of this. And I'm so excited to get it because wearing 2 of these I'm noticing a difference in my energy for sure. And my mood. Yeah. So I'm going to post the link. It's not an MLM, it's a membership, and it's a trial study. The membership's open right now, so it's a great time to get involved. You pay a yearly membership, and then you get all their new devices, whatever they're coming out with, and then you get in line to get into one of their beds. It's like MedBed. It's called the Q-Arc. And it's going to reset the body back to a healthy 30-year-old. This is the Aquarian technology that's coming. It's so exciting. And I'm so excited about my life. Yeah, just as I get more energy and heal more and really connect with my true self, there's just a feeling of this life is just incredible. It's an incredible journey, and I spend a lot of time meditating and quiet and taking walks, and I'm starting to do evolutionary astrology readings again, so my brain's working again. And so yeah, the Kamino Inquiries that I was posting about last time I did that the frequency device is huge. And that's like, that addresses all the different levels, like physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, which is beautiful. The Kamino Inquiry work was profound because it was a time in my spiritual journey and my trauma healing journey where there was an opening into my true nature and the expansiveness and the joy and the peace and bliss of the being at a retreat. And what followed from that was all this repressed anger. And I didn't even know that much was inside of me, but literally for 3 months straight, every day, it was a force that just, it had a life of its own. When I look back, I learned the tools, and at first I had to kind of sit myself down when I felt tired and do this inquiry and then get into the anger. But once it started flowing, like every day for 20 minutes, I was on my hands and my knees. I was pounding my chest. I was releasing ancient anger and rage. I mean, lifetimes. And it was Kali Ma fire coming through. And it went on for like 3 months. And at times I was like on the ground. It felt like an exorcism, like energy, just like a columns of energy coming out. And me just like flailing on the ground, screaming and crying. It really helped me normalize for myself big emotional releases and how healthy that is. Even still, like every few days, just being the sensitive being I am. And this process of purification is still happening, clearing out the channels for more light to come in. So every few days there's a breakdown and crying, and it feels really healthy and good. And now I know it's just all grace, allowing for more love and light to be embodied. So, yeah, that was profound, and I recommend that to people, who are in this part of their journey where the suffering is just so intense and you're like uh, going insane, not sure what to do, and you're just suffering. Well, if you do emotional work, if you get into your repressed emotions, it will bring relief. It will, and it did for me. So yeah, life is just getting better and better, and my devotion and longing to truth is as powerful and strong as ever, and I feel myself moving in this direction to be support for others and a way shower. And through the context, right now I'm using the context of evolutionary astrology because it's really been helpful for me. I'm going to make a video about it. Using the context of evolutionary astrology to talk about the soul's journey and to help us surrender to this process of the inward journey, which is not easy. The inward journey home, back to our free, true, eternal nature. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage and surrender and humility. And I think evolutionary astrology can help us understand these frequencies and these core beliefs and the pain that we carry and we're freeing it for ourselves and our family. When we when we heal our trauma, we heal it for our whole lineage, and it doesn't repeat again. So it's an incredible service that we're here to potentially offer. And it really is our true purpose, going in and unraveling and healing and feeling it all, and remembering ourselves as this unconditional love and light. That is our purpose. Everything else is life as a reflection, either reflecting the celebration of us stepping into our knowing, or it can be like it's reflecting the challenges and the places inside that we still believe that there's something lacking, or that we're broken, or any repressed emotions. Life is here to help show us where we're still in the misunderstanding about ourselves. And the astrology can help point to what's going on in your current life, what reflections you're receiving, and what your soul is inviting you to face and feel and heal. And then as we clear away the density and the frequency, we step into our north node and the Pluto polarity point energies and the highest frequency potential of our chart. And we can see that too in the chart. So yeah, during the winter, I was also doing like parasite cleansing and all these supplements. But these frequency devices will clear out parasites and mold. So I'm not spending as much money on that now, and I'm just wearing these devices 24/7 and feeling their effects and doing some coffee enemas and some castor oil packs and some, stretching and exercising, breathing, relaxing, staying very peaceful, not watching the news. Yeah. And the reflection is just getting more beautiful and magical. And I'm in a pretty amazing place called Arroyo Seco in New Mexico, in a very beautiful house with a very sweet kitty. And I've got nature all around me. it's a perfect little sanctuary for me to continue diving in to myself and continuing to rest a lot and work with all the solar flares and the energies and the purification process that's happening. And yeah. So I was really running and in fear of the mold. And yeah, it's important to get out of the mold, away from it. But one of the, really deep discovery that my teacher helped me really see, like, it's all our reflection, and so we can't expect to keep running from the mold. It kept showing up in my movie, like, and I kept being like, oh my God, do I have to get rid of everything again? And I did another time, but I kept meeting the emotions too. And as like the third time, I was like, oh my God, is the mold here again? And yeah, it is. It's everywhere. But it wasn't the mold. It was this feeling inside of, I'm broken and I'm not enough and I'm totally inadequate. And really the anger under that. And as I started meeting the anger and really made this switch of, like, it's not mold out there. It's not parasites out there, it's all inside of us. We have everything we need inside of us. And to live in fear, running from the mold, is not going to heal us from it. We have to stop and face the emotions. So that's the last thing I want to share, is that switch that happened where I was like, okay, it's not about getting rid of everything that I think has a mold. I really got to face these stuck emotions and keep going in and in and in and in, and it felt endless. It really, sometimes it feels endless, but it's not. The suffering does end, and we do transmute these energies, and we do start to feel the love and the joy and the light that we are. So yeah, if you want to do the Killer Bee work, I will post a couple links below to some friends that are offering sessions. Yep, there's my share. Lots of love to you on your journey home, and yeah, I hope you're well. I hope you're staying in a peaceful place as much as possible. And if not, reach out and do some emotional work. Feel those feelings, because there's nothing outside of yourself. If you're seeing all the pain outside in the world that's going on, that's inside you. If you're reacting to what's going on in the world out of fear and hopelessness and powerlessness and devastation, that's all inside of you from your early childhood and past lives. So feel that. Go in and feel it. It's not fun. It's not easy. We don't have to like it, but it's the way through back home. Yeah. Okay, I'm done, I think.